Spanish, possessive pronouns. It is not yours, it is mine. Our aims are to learn how to use possessive pronouns in Spanish. There will be an assumption that you have seen the lesson already on possessive adjectives, or you at least have a decent grasp of them, and also how the gender and number of nouns works as well. If you haven't seen those lessons already, you can find them on this YouTube channel. What is the difference between a possessive adjective and a possessive pronoun? A possessive adjective describes who possesses a noun, i.e. it is my pen. A possessive pronoun replaces the noun and indicates possession of a pre-mentioned noun, i.e. it is mine, the pen I just mentioned. Here we see a quick recap of possessive adjectives. This is not your pen, it is my pen. Notice the presence of the word your and my indicates who is in possession or owns the pen. And here we see them in Spanish. Remember, it is the gender and number of the noun which indicates which possessive adjective you use, and not the gender and number of the person or people who own it. This point is also true about possessive pronouns. It is not yours, it is mine. The pen, of course. And here we can see the words in Spanish. The words for mine, yours, his, hers, ours, yours, and theirs. El mío, la mía, los míos, las mías. El tuyo, la tuya, los tuyos, las tuyas, etc. Notice how the words for his, hers, and theirs are actually the same. Ours and yours plural, el nuestro, el vuestro, la nuestra, la vuestra, are all very, very similar sounding, so you do have to listen very carefully if you're going to pick out the right one. Copy this chart down now before you carry on. It will act as a useful reference tool for the subsequent activities. And if you use a different pen, it might help you to remember about the importance of gender when choosing your possessive pronouns. Pause the recording and do that now. In this activity, establish the gender of the noun and then write the correct possessive pronoun in the blank provided. See if you can translate it as well. Pause the recording and do that now. A. El barco es el suyo. Although it says hers, the word for boat is masculine, so we use el suyo. B. Los trenes rápidos son los nuestros. A bizarre phrase meaning the quick trains or the fast trains are ours. But notice how los nuestros is used because los trenes. So quite often the definite article in the sentence, or if you cannot recognise it from that, the agreement of an adjective, can give you a clue which possessive pronoun to use. La falda es la suya. His. Now the skirt is his. Now we've used la suya because la falda is feminine. Although it is owned by a man, the noun la falda is feminine, so you have to use la suya. D. El libro interesante es el tuyo. The interesting book is yours. E. La casa elegante es la vuestra. Notice how I've used la vuestra. Although it is yours, as in plural, so there's a group of people who are owning it, we use la vuestra because there is only one house being spoken about. F. Las patatas fritas son las mías. The chips are mine. Now, again, although I am only one person, the chips, las patatas fritas, are feminine plural, so the possessive pronoun must agree with the noun that they're replacing. Now, this is particularly interesting in terms of Spanish as well. You have las patatas fritas son las mías. So you can see how Spanish has this nice rhyme to it a lot of the time. It doesn't always work, but it is a good indication if you're not sure of where to go next, for example, with an adjectival agreement. It doesn't work 100% of the time, but it has helped me in the past. Now translate these phrases by using a dictionary if you need to, remembering to ask yourself the important questions before you decide on the correct possessive pronoun. Is the noun masculine or feminine? Is it singular or plural? Pause the recording and complete the activity now. Número 1. It's his tropical forest. Es la suya. The word is selva and it is feminine, so you have to use the feminine possessive pronoun, even though it is his. If you made a mistake with this first one, just make a correction so hopefully you can learn from the mistake. If you think you've maybe made some mistakes in the later ones as a result, pause recording now and then just double check them before we move on with the answers. Número 2. They are ours and they're batteries. Son las nuestras. Pilas, meaning batteries. 3. It is mine and it's a lounge. Es el mío, and the word is salón, so we've used el mío. Número 4. It is theirs and it's a sponge. Es la suya, the word for sponge being esponja. Número 5. It is yours and it is an ice rink. Es la vuestra, the word being pista de hielo. Número 6. They are yours, and we're talking about banks, lucky people. Son los tuyos, and the word is bancos. Número 7. It is hers, and the word is ice cream. Es el suyo. Because the word helado is masculine, we use the masculine possessive pronoun, although it is hers, and therefore it belongs to a female. 8. It is ours, and it's an apartment or flat. Es el nuestro, the word piso. Número 9. It is mine. We're talking about a hand here. Es la mía. The reason I chose this one is la mano is commonly confused as being a masculine noun because it ends in o. And interestingly, we have the phrase in English mano a mano, which doesn't actually mean man to man, but rather hand to hand. Número 10. They are his and they are sisters. Son las suyas. Notice how the possessive pronoun agrees with the noun, in this case, feminine plural sisters. Go back and check your work and correct any mistakes that you may have made. Hopefully then you can learn from them for next time. Today we've looked at possessive pronouns in Spanish. The example was, it is not yours, it is mine. And our aims have been to learn how to use possessive pronouns in Spanish. Muy bien. Adiós.